Okay, so simulan na agad natin 'to guys, wala ng intro-intro 'no. So today is already September 26 na. So kung naka-follow kayo sa Facebook page ko nung isang araw, nag-post ako na mag-a-upload tayo pero again, there are unexpected events sa buhay natin. So siyempre, hindi na naman ako nakapag-upload. So bawi tayo ngayon. So in today's video, I will be sharing my thoughts about the traditional markets and the recent Bitcoin weekly candle close. And again, kung tatanong niyo kung meron ba tayong panibagong CME gap, kung hindi niyo pa kayang i-check para sa sarili niyo, sasabihin ko at the end of this video. So I suggest you watch it until the very end. So this is going to be the dollars charts or DXY's chart. Kung mapapansin nyo or kung maaalala nyo pala, no, meron tayo ditong ini-expect na potential breakout from this inverted head and shoulders pattern. Saan nyo nakita yan? I think dito lang, di ba? So the target is going to be right around the 108.7 area. So nakuha natin yan by doing this, getting the lowest point of the inverted head and shoulders, and then nilagay natin siya sa breakout point which is going to be this neckline. Okay? Sabi natin, the bias natin is for it to break above at first and then retest and then eventually continue up to hit the target. So, what happened ba? Ano nangyari? So, tingnan natin, nagkaroon siya ng break from this green trend line or this neckline. Nagkaroon siya ng break dito sa area na to. Ayan, kung mapapansin nyo, nag-break out and then na-reject and then nag-retest. So, sa check na yon yung ating retest. So, tingnan natin if magtutuloy-tuloy ba si USD para ma-hit yung target natin around the 108.7 DXY. Again, if you're going to zoom out, meron pa ba tayo mas malaking bagay na tinitingnan dito? If you're going to look at the monthly time frame, no, longer term view, longer chart, no, kung mapapansin nyo, this is going to be, siguro kakapalan ko to para mas visible siya, mas agaw pansin, no? So kung mapapansin niyo, this is going to be on the monthly chart. So ibig sabihin, this could be a potential, a huge falling wedge. So if that is going to be the case, this is going to be a bullish pattern. If this is a bullish pattern, we expect the price action to go up or to continue up. So anong target niyan, Sir Age? So the target is going to be right around this area. So that is going to be 183-ish area. So is that possible? For me, that is possible kasi nga nag-hit na nga siya before ng 164 si DXY noong 1985, no? So tingnan natin kung anong mangyayari, 'di ba? So I'm not saying na this is going to hit 183 pero it is possible in my very honest opinion. And if you're going to look at the weekly time frame, meron siyang divergence between the price action and the MACD, no? So tingnan natin, sa RSI wala masyado pero sa price action at sa MACD meron siyang bullish divergence. So tingnan natin kung anong mangyayari again if the dollar is going to continue to go up, no? Again, is that good for the traditional and the crypto market? No, it's not good for the traditional and the crypto market. Ibig sabihin kasi kapag umaangat si dollar, yung mga assets like yung mga bahay, mga stocks, no, saan sila nako-convert kapag nagbenta? Most probably sa cash. So the most dominant form of cash or fiat as of right now is USD. So kapag lumalakas si DXY, ibig sabihin maraming nagka-cash out, no? Sorry, excuse me for that. So, lipat naman tayo ngayon sa ating traditional market. So, this is going to be the Dow Jones as you can see in my screen. Diba? So, Sir H, bakit Dow Jones? Bakit yung mga famous, mga S&P, mga Nasdaq? No? So, for me, this is going to be my, siguro, yung kumbaga, comparison ko. Dow Jones is going to be the gold and the Bitcoin. Parang silang tatlo yung magkakahanay. And then S&P is going to be Ethereum and silver. Kumbaga gano'n sila. So, para sa akin mas accurate 'pag si Dow Jones kasi, malalaking companies yung nasa loob ni Dow Jones. So, that being said, punta na tayo dito ngayon sa ating chart. This is going to be the DJI's chart on the daily time frame. Again, we've been mentioning na meron tayo dito support, resistance, 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 and resistance, 'di ba? So, that's going to be a resistance area. This is a support, 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 support area. Okay, nagkaroon diyan ng bounce. So, it forms a potential rising wedge. And again, sabi natin, if we see an open and close below that, below the support area, we can confirm a potential downtrend or a continuation to the downside. So, true enough, nangyari nga. So, tingnan natin if dito ba sa ating weekly support is magkakaroon siya ng bounce. If in any case na, or if there will be a bounce here, pwede siya mag-retest dito, to retest or to fill or some order blocks here. And then eventually, could go down, no? Pwedeng dito magkaroon ulit ng ganyan or dito na. Pero again, the target for this rising wedge conservatively is going to be the bottom of the wedge, which is going to be around the 28.9K-ish area. No? So, ayun lang. So, if si Dow Jones naman or si traditional market is going to go down, how would it affect the crypto market? No? So, sagutin natin yan ng mabilis. So, if traditional markets is going to go down, it will pull the crypto market down as well. Bakit? Kasi again, aminin natin that the total crypto market cap or yung pera sa crypto market cap total overall is just around $1 trillion. So if the sentiment in the traditional markets is going to get bearish, most probably, no, the crypto market is also going to follow. With that being said, bago tayo mag-proceed sa recent weekly candle close, if hindi ka pa nakakabisita dito sa website ko, which is meron diyan sa ating, description box, puntahan mo na, libre 'yan, meron ka diyang makikita mga links, 'no. This is all my social media accounts, libre lahat 'yan, i-click niyo lang mare-redirect kayo sa ating, social media accounts, and then may resources tayo dito, link papunta sa lumang website at saka mga tutorial ni Emperor BTC. Kung di mo kilala si Emperor BTC, basahin mo 'yan chapter 1 to 3, mabilis lang 'yan basahin, kahit isang buong maghapon kaya mo 'yan basahin. Pero I suggest na tapusin mo siya, 'no, at your own pace. Basta yung ang mahalaga is maintindihan mo siya, and then affiliate links, puwede ka gumawa ng accounts, bahala ka. Meron ako diyang maliit na commission. So, ayun lang, punta na tayo dito ngayon sa recent weekly candle close, 'no. So, bago 'yan, inom muna akong tubig. Mag-comment muna kayo diyan kung hindi pa kayo naka-subscribe, gawin niyo, at kung hindi pa kayo nakapag-like, please paki-like nitong video para ma-push sa iba nating mga potential viewers para ma-aware sila kung ano ba yung talagang nangyayari. Hmm. Kasi mapapansin niyo, yung mga famous or mga kilalang YouTuber, kilala sila pero yung comment section nila is naka-off. So, bakit naka-off? I don't know. Ask them, 'no, i-PM niyo sila sa mga social media nila. Pero para sa akin, if you're really that famous, you should open your comment section, you should be open for a healthy discussion. Okay? Kasi sila, papakita nila sa'yo na, "Uy, ito yung mga puwedeng mangyari, tataas yan 40K, 45K." Pero, 'di ba, yung mga bearish scenarios hindi nila pinapakita. And that being said, siyempre dahil nasabi ko yun, para maging mukhang mabait ako sa mata niyo, sasabihin ko yung bullish case scenario for me mamaya. Okay? So, hindi siya perpekto pero tingnan natin kung mangyayari, 'no. So, this is going to be the recent weekly candle close ni BTC, which is going to be this one, this candle. So, is this a bullish candle? Of course, it's not a bullish candle. Ang laki ng wick sa taas, ang liit ng candle body. So, this is going to be a bearish one. And look at the volume. 'Di ba, halos kasing laki siya ng volume nito. So, again, katulad ng sabi ko last week, this is not going to be a bullish candle, not that much kasi nga hindi lumampas sa, moving average yung kanyang volume, walang spike. So, this is going to be a really bearish candle kasi nga, 'di ba, almost the same level yung kanilang volume and ang laki-laki ng wick niya sa itaas. And that being said, I'm still looking for a potential breakdown sa potential pattern na 'to, which is going to be a double top pattern with a support from the bearish divergences, not only with the RSI but also with MACD. Okay? So, ayun lang. Again, if this is going to break down, we've been monitoring this for what? Like, nandito pa lang ata, few months ago, no? So, this is going to target at around the 20K-ish area. So, that is the conservative target for this double top pattern. Is that going to happen straight down? Kapag ba nagkaroon ng open and close yung weekly candle below dito, straight ba yun sa 20K? No, syempre hindi. Pwedeng ganito yung mangyari. Pwedeng pagtama dito sa area na to, pwedeng dito magkaroon ng bounce, tapos mag-form ng head and shoulders, tapos magkaroon pa ng mas mababang target. Okay? So, I'm not saying that that is going to happen, pero 'di ba? That is possible. All things are possible or anything is still possible. And look, if you're going to zoom out, if this is structure is not familiar with you guys, no? Pansinin natin, if that structure is not familiar with you, look at this. No? Pay attention. So this is going to be a huge rally, and then this is going to be a double top, okay? And then bago siya mag-break 'no, nagkaroon muna siya ng relief rally. 'Di ba ito yung sinasabi nila going to new all-time highs, bumubuwelo na 'yan, pero ang hindi nila alam nag-form na pala ng bear flag and then boom, nagkaroon ng drop in price, nag-breakdown yung double top, 'di ba? So gano'n siya, yun ang nangyari dito sa portion na 'to. So bakit ko sinabi yun? I think that is going to play a huge, role dito. But this is going to be a rally on a lower time frame and then nag-form ng double top. Tingnan niyo, pansinin niyo if you're going to zoom in here, 'di ba? Dito hindi niya binrake 'to agad, nagkaroon muna ng relief rally. Dito, binrake na ba niya 'to? Hindi niya pa 'to nabe-break. So as of right now, we are in that relief rally. Lalo na sa lower time frames, I think around 4 hour, this is going to look like a falling wedge. Mamaya, papakita ko sa inyo yan. No? This could be the relief rally pero di nila alam na as smaller flag pala to. And eventually, pwede itong magkaroon ng breakdown to hit the target of ng ating double top. No? So ano pa yung confluences, ano pa yung pagkakatulad nila nitong maliit, nitong bigger portion natin dito sa recent portion, meron sila parehas, bearish divergences. Ayan, meron din ditong rising wedge before pinakita ko sa daily time frame. And then kung mapapansin nyo, parehas silang umaangat yung price, no? Pansin niyo, umaangat yung price, but the volume is decreasing. Dito, umaangat yung price pala, hindi price, yung price, pero the volume is decreasing. I'm not saying na 100% ganito ulit yung mangyayari. But again, yung pinapakita ng charts natin, the technical side, is ganun siya, mukhang ganun, di ba? And if you're going to zoom in here, papansinin nyo, this is going to be on the weekly time frame. This is a rising wedge, no? It looks like the RSI wants to test this support again and again. If this is going to get tested again for the what, fourth time, one, two, siguro third time pa rin 'to, but again for me puwede na 'tong mag-break. Medyo lalambot na yang support area na 'yan ni RSI, and if that's going to be the case, eh, puwede na rin magkaroon ng breakdown itong ating, potential na double top pattern, okay? So, ayun lang para sa akin, hindi ko pinipilit sa inyo yung opinion ko, shine-share ko lang, 'no? So, dito naman tayo ngayon sa ating daily time frame. This is going to be on the daily chart. We've mentioned this before. We have this big rising wedge on the daily time frame. The target 1 is going to be 25.2, na-hit na. Target 2, 19.5, and the actual conservative target is going to be around 16.4 K area. So for that, which is the actual, bottom part of the wedge, 'di ba? Kung mapapansin niyo meron tayo ditong bearish divergences, 'di ba? So, ito na, siguro sa daily pala kita na yung sinasabi ko dito kanina. Okay. Kung mapapansin niyo yung this is going to be my bullish case scenario, my most bullish case scenario for Bitcoin, okay? If you're going to zoom in, yan katulad ng sinasabi ng iba na this could be a potential falling wedge. So, gawin natin, pakita natin. Sinasabi kasi nila, this could be the reversal of the year, 'di ba? Mga ganyan-ganyan katarantaduhan. 'Di ba, puwede daw 'yan maging, falling wedge, something like that, 'di ba? Lalo na daw at meron ditong bullish divergence. So, aminin natin, kita natin meron tayong bullish divergence, okey? Meron tayo ditong bullish divergence, RSI, yes, kita natin 'yan, okey? Pero kung mapapansin niyo, 'di ba, hindi siya nag-break ng structure, hindi man lang siya gumawa ng new high. Again, this is still a high, ay hindi napindot, sorry. This is still a high, a low, a lower high, a lower low, and this is still a lower low. 'Di ba? That is going to be the price action. So for me, for a bullish divergence to take in action, kailangan niyang mag-break ng recent high or gumawa siya ng higher high. No, this is a high or and then this is going to be a higher high. Yan yung gusto ko makita na price action before siya mag-pull back, no? So tingnan natin ang mangyayari. So yung kasi yung sinasabi ng mga famous na YouTuber, 'di ba? Yung mga sikat, yun yung sinasabi, "Uy, may bullish divergence, may reversal, na short ko dito, dito sasaluhin ko 'yan ng long," 'di ba? If you're really a trend follower or 'di ba, if you think it's really bullish, hindi ka magsho-short dito. Dapat saluhin mo lang siya dito kasi again, stick to your plan. Again, pero kung ang plan mo naman is long short, eh, di ikaw na, the best ka sa part na 'yan, 'di ba? Pero sa akin this is still not playing out yung bullish divergence na yan. Yes, kita ko yan. I am well aware of that. Pero ito pa yung hindi sinasabi sa inyo ng mga paborito niyong YouTuber. Again, this is going to be high, a lower high, and a lower high. Pero look at the price action. The RSI, 'di ba? This is going to be a higher higher high, 'no? Hindi ko alam kung hindi ba 'yan alam ng mga famous YouTuber, pero that is forming a hidden bearish divergence, and a hidden divergence supports the current trend. So for me, the current trend is still on a downtrend. So if that is going to be the case for me, mas malakas pa rin or mas mataas ang chance mag-play out nung sinabi ko or pinakita ko na hidden bearish divergence kumpara dun sa, regular bullish divergence na pinapakita or shine-share ko kanina. Again, I'm not saying na tama ako at mali sila. That is not what I am trying to point out. What I'm trying to point out is baka may nami-miss kayo na information dito sa chart na kakapanood niyo dun sa mga malulupit, sa mga sikat na YouTuber na naka-off ang comment section, eh, baka na overlook niyo. Ayan, pinakita ko sa inyo. So yun, it's up to you pa din, it's your money, it's your trade, kayo pa rin ang magdedesisyon, kayo ang pipindot. Huwag kayong makinig sa akin or sa kahit na kanino, just believe in yourself, trust the process. Yun lang everyone, sana meron kayong natutunan. Huwag niyo kalimutan mag-like, mag-comment at mag-subscribe. See you sa susunod na video. Hindi ko na kung by Friday or by Saturday, pero let's see. See you when I see you. Bye-bye.